Hello, everybody. Welcome to our monthly G.R.O.W call. We are going to go ahead and put the attendance link in our chat box. So you can go ahead and fill that out to get credit for attending this call today. Looks like Rihanna is trying to connect. Okay, looks like Mary has put the link into the chat box, so go ahead and fill that out while we're waiting for attendees. Hi, Crystal. I was just mentioning that we just put the link in the chat box to go ahead and fill out so you can get your credit for attending the meeting today. Just wait one more minute and then we'll get started to respect everybody's time. Looks like Rihanna's having a hard time connecting.
Yeah, her audio has been just spinning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for attending our monthly G.R.O.W call. Just so everybody knows, this call is being recorded. We're just going to start with a few housekeeping rules and then some, housekeeping updates, and then some professional development updates. And then we'll go ahead and get started with our presenter today. And then don't forget to stay till the end because we do have some door prizes to give away. So go ahead and get started. So just one of the first updates I wanted to share with everybody, there was an email sent out that our Colorado Shines funding application is up and running. So please Feel free to complete that application on your own. If you do need support, reach out to your quality improvement coach, or if you don't have a coach, reach out to me and I can get you some support with that. And then I think that's all I have. And now we'll go to PD updates.
Thought I was unmuted, but I was not. Okay, so the first thing I just want to remind everyone is that the PD calendar is still available on our website. So if you want to see any upcoming opportunities, you can look there. Tomorrow is the day when you will go onto your PDIS account, and it will be black as of midnight tonight, and it will reopen again next week. Don't panic about it. If you need any help, reach out to your coach, and it'll all be back up and running next week. EQIT orientation and first classes will be at the end of August. We have 3 options that will be available, and registration will be opening mid-July. So watch for that as well. And did I miss anything there, Holly, Randy?
I think that was all the important updates.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so I will go ahead and introduce our presenter today. Her name is Elena Vascones. She is an associate director of the Small Business Development Center, and she's going to go ahead and share her screen. And you're up, Elena.
Right. Good afternoon. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So thank you, Randy, for this opportunity to come and share about the Aurora-South Metro SBDC and the programs that we have for small business owners, and a program that we have launched for to help childcare providers. So let me see. There we go. So I'll give you, first of all, a short overview of the SBDC, what we do, just so that you have some background, and then we'll go into the program. If you have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat and we'll answer as we go. And then we'll also have a little time for Q&A at the end. So the Aurora-South Metro SBDC is part of a network of small business development centers across the state of Colorado. There are 16 centers in different cities of Colorado, and we're all there to help small businesses if they want to, launch, start, and grow a business, a variety of businesses in different industries. Specifically, the Aurora-South Metro is hosted by the city of Aurora. So our main office is there, but we have 2 other offices, one in Englewood and one in South Metro. The territory that we cover is Aurora, Douglas, South Jefferson, and a little bit of Adams County. So that's why, we're partnering with Arapahoe counties to have a bigger outreach for the programs that we offer. Okay. Oops. Sorry. So right now, the city of Aurora has not opened yet to the public. So everything that we do is virtual. And we've been doing our one-on-one business consulting, as well as all of our classes virtually. And we offer our services both in English and Spanish. Little by little, we will be reopening and doing some of the classes in, different locations, being the Aurora Municipal Center, our main location. We're actually hoping to open a neighborhood center in North Aurora to be right in the middle of the community so that we can serve childcare centers, business owners, restaurants, and be embedded in the community. And that we're hoping that will happen in the fall.
Elena, I think we're having a little bit of difficulty with the audio. Is everybody hearing that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really jittery.
let's see. Sorry about that. Let me. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Much better?
Yeah, so you do really good, and then it'll go into the, like the jittery, and then it'll go back to normal. So I don't know, maybe if everybody puts their audio on mute and their video off. Let's try that.
Okay, if not, then I can try my headphones, maybe. Okay, let's try that. Let me know, please. So just to give you an idea of the variety of classes that are available to small business owners, we have classes that go from those that are starting, that want to start a business, those that are launching a business and want to do a business plan or a pivot plan. And then we go all the way to existing businesses that want to grow. And we have marketing, financial, and lending classes. During the pandemic, we actually have had a whole bunch of webinars and to help people understand the different grants that come, from the federal and local level, as well as one-on-ones to help them, fill out documentation and paperwork so that they can access these grants. We also have industry-specific seminars, like for childcare providers, transportation, construction, and minority-owned businesses.
It's happening again, Elena.
Okay. So let me see if I can get. So if I go to. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah, let's try and see. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So again, to give you an idea of the economic impact that our business owners that we have worked with in 2020, in spite of the pandemic, they have created, 134 jobs and retained 185. And you can see, the numbers regarding the capital formation and all of that. So that is, to say that our small businesses have been resilient during the pandemic, and they have been able, to survive, and they're still impacting the community. So we're very excited about these numbers because that gives us a little bit of hope that a lot of the businesses will be able to make it as the economy opens up. Any questions on the SBDC and what we do? Okay, so let's talk about our child care program. So as you probably know and have felt it, the child care industry has been greatly impacted by the pandemic. And that is why the SBDC, the state SBDC, partner with the Office of Early Childhood, as well as the Early Childhood Education Councils, to help existing home, in-home, and small facility child care providers. And the purpose of this program is to stabilize the business, help them improve their profitability, and help them access capital. Because as you know, there are grants out there that are coming up, and some resources. So we want to help them access that capital. The program consists of a variety of business classes, as well as one-on-one consulting sessions. And these services are offered, they're bilingual, so we offer classes both in English as well in Spanish.
And the best thing of all of this is that the training and the consulting is free. So to give you an overview, what does the Early Childhood Office do? So they coordinate the program and oversee the training that we at SBDC provide for child care providers. So we have programs for family child care, as well as people that want to start a business. We've had a few people that are interested in starting a child care business, but they don't know how to do it. So we're offering classes for that, as well as child care center training for small and medium size. They also provide training for us business consultants, because we're, business consultants. We're not childcare providers, and we don't know the intricacies of, the licensing and the regulations. But if you run your childcare center as a business, then and combine it with, the licensing and the regulations, your childcare center will be very successful, right? So we are learning about the intricacies of, the childcare industry, and but also we're partnering with early childhood education councils for to get, consulting, as well as to be part of the class. Also, the Early Childhood Office helps us find technical staff that will support the classes. So the idea is that if we have a 6-week program, we will have not only the business consultant, but we will have a technical person that will help answer all the questions that the participants might have. So we have actually 2 experts every class that will answer questions, and that will also do the one-on-one consulting in between the 6 weeks. And also they have developed a curriculum that will teach about licensing and regulations. So we actually have a dedicated class that talks about this, the regulations. And the other thing that we're very excited about is that, again, these classes, the hours will count as PDIS hours. So it's like you learn how to run a business, and then, that is also professional development for each one of you. On the other hand, the role of the councils is, to help us promote the classes, and, help us spread the word about the upcoming classes that we have. Also, try to develop a working relationship with SBDCs, and that's where we're thankful to have this opportunity, so that you learn what we're doing and all the opportunities. And then let's say the council knows of, a childcare center that needs other classes, that needs more support with marketing, with maybe understanding, their financials, or, registering with the Secretary of State. They can do a referral to us, and we would be more than happy to do that technical one-on-one to help them with those issues. And then, the Office of Early Childhood might, connect with the council and ask them for help, whether it's for technical assistance or to be part of the class, or do a licensing class. So what is the training about? And I'm talking in general. There are about 5 or 6 SBDCs that are doing classes. We launched a class in Spanish in mid-May that just finished, but there's these classes are like 6 weeks, 6 to 8. Ours was 6. They're virtual classes currently. They're usually in the evenings to provide the opportunity for childcare providers to, get settled after a day of work. And they're 2.5 hours, 3 at the most, in the evenings. And as I said before, we've offered classes in English as well as in Spanish. The curriculum that all of us have developed has been approved by the Training and Alignment Coordinator, and they approve also the number of training hours that will be counted for professional development. So they've gone through our curriculum to make sure that is, the right curriculum, that it's interactive, that it's prepared for adults. Something that is great is that, in order to get your credit hours, participants have to attend all the classes, but, once in a while things happen and you're not, you can't make it to a class. So we record the class and then we will send you the video, and that will still count as if you had attended the class. So what we suggest is that you watch the video, then meet for, a few minutes with the consultant, and we'll bring you up to speed. And then, you're ready to, move forward with the class and just, do whatever homework is assigned for that class. And then the technical assistance is available throughout the class. The idea is that if you have any questions, whether it's, in the business arena or in the childcare arena with any, how to launch the business, or how to, any licensing or regulation things that you might have, you can have a one-on-one during the week with a technical business consultant or technical consultant and answer all your questions. So we have availability, we're very flexible, so that we can, support the busy schedule of a childcare provider.
And there was one question, and it is, how many classes can a participant miss to receive credit?
So since the programs are 6 weeks, it's maximum 2. But as I said before, even if you miss, if you see the videos and then check in with your instructor, it should count as if you attended the class. So we just want to make it flexible, because we understand that, things happen, especially when you're taking care of children. And, on top of that, you have family in the household that, you might not be able to make it. So technically, if you can't even see the videos, you can miss 2 classes. But if you miss and you see the videos and check in, you should be okay.
Wonderful, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So then what do we cover? So there, 2 curriculums, and one is for the family child care training. And these are the topics that we cover overall. We start with a business model canvas, and this is a model 1-pager that helps you understand how to run your business. So basically, who are your customers? What programs are you offering? Are these programs solving, the needs of your clients? Who are your partners, right? How much money does it cost you to, run the business? What are your sources of income? How are you promoting your business? So at the end, we have 1-pager, and we write all those things down, and then start thinking about what things can we change, or what things we can improve, or maybe, it's working okay. But we want to analyze your model, right, to see how we can improve it, especially in the marketing arena as well as the financial. We also cover legal entity. We've discovered that several of, small childcare centers have not been registered with the Secretary of State or sole proprietors. So we touch on that. We also have CPA come and talk about, taxes and how that relates to, the child care center as well as your personal taxes. Insurance, we've also, what type of insurance will be the best for your center. This is not, sales pitch, is an informative session. And then, so you can make a decision. We cover marketing, and, from your business model canvas, we see what are the type of strategies that you're using to outreach and get, more kids, and is this working or not? And what other things can we implement? And we come up with a checklist of things that, you can implement, and that will be easy, short-term, low-hanging fruit for you to, promote your services. Then we go a little bit into your finances and your, budget. We also talk about maximizing your income. So what are those sources of income? Is it just, the tuition, or do you have other programs that you charge for? Or, are you taking advantage of CCAP and, other financial grants and programs? And then we discussed minimizing the expenses. So we go through, all the expenses that you have, because at the end of the day is like, you have to treat this as a business. And in a business, you want to make money, right? You want to be paying for your family expenses, for, eventually your retirement. So we want to separate business expenses from personal, and as well as income, right? And then we again cover all the licensing and regulations. So that we'll cover in the 6 weeks. Then for childcare centers, we still talk about the business model canvas, but it's a little bit more in depth. Because, it's a bigger operation. So probably you have, more relationships, more partnerships, more expenses for sure, and probably other sources of income. We do, we talk a lot about taxes, and then we go in depth about human resources, because probably these, centers will have, employees or contractors. And so we go through the hiring process, how to retain employees, how to do evaluations, and then, if needed, firing. So we want to go through all those considerations. And then, any legal implications about, your HR practices. Marketing, again, similar to the other class, cash flow management. So here we go more in depth into not only income and expenses, we do a projection for the year. And that will help you see in depth, like, wow, I'm really making money, or like, I'm not, right? And then what things do we have to change in order for you to, have a positive cash flow at the end of the year? And we'll do a little bit of like financial statements, but, basics of, cash, P&L, balance sheet, and a profit and loss. Because I think, at this level of business, you have to start making decisions based on facts and on numbers, right? What do your numbers really do if your goals are, retiring, or hiring more help, or outsourcing your accounting? So we have more specific goals, and then how we're going to put that in place. And then any financial programs and any assistance that early childhood councils might have. So what does a class look like? So classes are very interactive. We work in groups during the session, so we do breakout rooms. We don't want to do just lectures, right? After a full day with children and parents, you don't want to sit down to a 2.5-hour lecture, right? So yes, we'll have some lecture time, but then we'll have you work in groups. And discuss, discuss certain topics. So there's a lot of sharing, a lot of learning from each other, because a lot of, childcare centers, you've been doing it for a while and you have best practices and things that have worked for you in marketing or in accounting or in your, rules and so you have those best practices that, we want you to share with, the other business owners that are taking the class. We also have guest speakers. So besides the business consultant and the technical childcare person, we are inviting a lawyer, an HR professional, and a CPA to, share their expertise. So it's not us, we hear it from these experts. And then the idea is that, they will answer any questions that that you might have. If at the end of the day, you have more questions and need more help, the idea is we will provide you with a list of 3 or 4 consultants in these areas that might be able to help you at a reasonable price if you need to do other work moving forward. We will have a pre and post knowledge evaluation, very simple. We just want to know where you're at and some of the business concepts. And then at the end of the class, we will also do the same evaluation. We just want to know, how much you learned, if you learn, and get your feedback on the class. So they're, very simple, but there's a final evaluation for your PDIS, right? And we will get you a link and you have to fill out some information and, that will, and then we will provide and send our sign-in sheets so that they can see that you actually took the class or watched the videos and completed the evaluation, and then you will actually get, your hours. The deliverable, we have a short action plan. What we want to do is make it practical, right? And the idea is that, so what did you learn? And then what do you want to do in the next 6 months to a year? So it could be, for example, I'm going to hire a bookkeeper, right? Because I've been doing all my books and, I don't have the time, I don't have the patience, or I'm just, this is not my area of expertise, right? So that's one action plan. Maybe something, another one in marketing is to try other things and, do more social media. So, try Facebook and create an account, or maybe develop a website, right? So it's very short, 6 action steps. And then what we want you to do is at the end of the class, share that and commit to doing something in the next, as I said, 6 months. Because we don't want this to just, finish the class, forget about it and move on. But what out of those, things that you figure out that you want to work on, what you want to commit, because that will make an impact in your business long term, right? So you will share that, commit to that. And then, we as SBDC are committing to follow up with you in like 3 months and see how you're doing, see if you need more help, see if you're, have committed to, have implemented what you agreed to do. And then we're always available for one-on-ones besides, the 3 months and 6 months, but we want to walk with you throughout, this process. And then the final class, it's besides, presenting what you're going to commit, we do a little, celebration, because again, we want to recognize the time, the effort that you have put into these classes, and that you're going to get your, your certificate. So, and I just want to mention a couple of things. We will be having a training in July 13th. And this is going to be in English. And we are working right now on our flyers, and we're working on that material. So we will, as soon as we have it, we will send it out so that you can help us promote. And then the North Metro SBDC is also going to have another training for medium-sized child care centers, also the end of July. So I will be sending that out, and for you to, we need you to register, and then once you register, we'll communicate with you and, get you the materials of the class, and so that, you can get enrolled. And as I say, it's a free class. And, if you're interested, let us know. There's my contact information. If you're also interested in other webinars and other resources, our website is there. There are a variety of other classes if you're interested. We're going to have a social media class coming up also in July on how to use your social media platform, and you'll come out with, a one-pager plan. And then we also will have some financial classes that might help you put your finances in order. And so there's a lot of classes and activities that you might want to just check out, and then, sign up or email me, and then we can talk a little bit more about, the classes and the consulting. So I don't know if there are any questions.
So if anyone has any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat box.
I just wanted to mention, Elena, that have you heard of the E&E grant that's out? The Emerging and Expanding grant?
No.
So there's an Emerging and Expanding grant that is out. It's an 18-month grant for any childcare providers, either family childcare centers or actual childcare centers. If they're going to be expanding any slots in their program or actually opening up a new center, I think this would be a wonderful resource for those programs that are going to be opening up new centers, because half of the time they don't even know where to begin. And as I've been working with some of those people that are, applying for this application, and Mary can speak about this too, is they have lots of questions on where to begin and how to start.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we would love to, if you can share that information, because we also have quite a few people that are looking to, start childcare centers. So we can, tell them about the grant, and as well as, they might, if they take the class, then, we can also refer them into, the work that you are doing.
Is there support for them? Because I know the class doesn't start till July, but if a provider wanted more information and get some support on this, is there an opportunity for them to work one-on-one with a consultant?
For sure. Yes. Okay. Consulting is, we're open for anybody at any point. So yes, we can do one-on-ones, and it's very easy to get an appointment. Right now they could just, email me. That's the easiest. And then I can help them. They would have to register with the system and in the system. And then we can get, the one-on-one appointment, whether it's English or Spanish. And we can talk through, again, the business model, what they want to do, and then definitely help them with a grant. More than happy to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any business that needs help with the grant, and I'll learn a little bit more about that so that we can know how to help them appropriately.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a couple questions in the chat box. Did you mention what days of the week the July class would be on?
Yes, let me check. It's July 13th, and if I'm correct, it's a Tuesday.
Okay.
And that's
yes, a Tuesday from 6 to 8:30.
Is that for family centers, family homes? providers?
Yes, this is for family home providers, yes.
What about the child care center?
The child care center, as I said, I tried to get that information today, but they weren't able to give it to me. As soon as I know, usually it's an evening class and it will probably be or Tuesday or Thursday. I just need to get the date. They were still trying to confirm that, but I'll get it to you as soon as possible.
And then another question, I think this is just a general, just how do you get started?
Yes, so started as a business.
Or maybe reaching out, I'm not too sure.
Yes, so if you want to, reach out to me, my email is, on that slide. You can also visit the Aurora-South Metro SBDC website, and there we have all of our programs and classes, and that will give you, an idea of what we do. If you do state SBDC state, that will bring up, the website for the entire state in case, you're not in our region. Right now, the good thing is we're doing everything online. We can do consulting online and classes. And let's say, for example, there are other classes come up in like Colorado Springs or East Colorado is also going to be doing training for medium-sized childcare centers soon. So I'll be sharing all that information with you. And since they're virtual, it doesn't matter, right? That you're in Aurora and you're taking a class in Colorado Springs. I think it's more of your availability to take the class on the days and times. So, I will be sending every time a class comes up or, resources that we have, I'll make sure I pass them on to Randy. And then if you have any questions, again, email me, call me. I'll be more than happy to, to guide you.
And that's all the questions I see.
Okay, well, thank you, Elena, for sharing that information with us today. I'm sure we'll definitely have some programs reaching out to you or attending the training that will be coming up in July. You and I will keep in contact so we can get that information out to all the providers in Arapahoe County.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to share our information, and I look forward to partnering to offer more, services and training and resources to, all childcare providers. We just want to see them succeed and provide them with a variety of opportunities. So thank you very much, and we will be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and Jesse is going to do our door prizes for today. We have 2 of them. So Jesse, you got the floor.
All right, hi guys. I'm going to share my screen here and I'll show you a photo of the prize. So this is the first prize we're going to draw for. This is a pointer, a weekly calendar, some activity sheets, punch out letters, and a dry erase banner. So
Yay! Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's take a look at that other picture. Okay, so this will be the second prize, which is some scarves, a reversible board, and a write and wipe pocket storage. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, Crystal. Awesome. Congratulations, Crystal. All right. So, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you're up. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to say your coaches will deliver your door prizes.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Rayhana, you haven't signed in the attendance yet?
I did.
Do you mind doing it again, Rihanna, just to ensure we have?
I will.
Thank you. So that's our GR.O.W call for today. Thank you for attending, and want to respect everybody's time, like I said at the beginning, and get you out of here on time. So I think we beat that today. And again, if you have any questions about what was presented today, please reach out to your QI coach, or you can contact me. Our contact information is on our website, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy some of that sunshine outside.